Alright, big up all you lot for tuning in today. I'm Joel, I'm the host of the platform. Today we're talking about one of the reggae slash dancehall legends and pioneers in this thing. This artist released his first album in 1992, and ever since then, he has not slowed down. Single after single, hit after hit, album after album. He's consistently raising the bar and always hitting targets. Now, this album came out on June 26, 2020. He hasn't released the album for 10 years because he had a little situation going on that we will speak about in this video. But he's one of my favourite artists ever, one of the best artists that ever come out of Jamaica as well. If you don't know me, you know this is one of man's artists, in it. Like, I make absolutely no mistakes when I speak about this guy. In my life, he's held in a high regard. If you don't know me, you don't know that we're talking about the one, the only, none other than Buju Banton, and we're talking about his album called Upside Down. Yeah, so like man said, this is his first album in 10 years, and on this album, he gave us fucking range, bro. There's reggae, there's ska, there's R&B, there's pop, there's folk. And he gave us all of these genres, and for somebody that's been away for 10 years after like a gruesome situation that he went through, yo, he hasn't lost shit, it's fair to say that. And there are 20 tracks on it. It's kind of significant that we're in the year 2020 as well. I'm going to point out my favourite 10. I'm going to attempt to point out my favourite 10 because to me there's no bad tunes on it. So the first song man's pointing out is the first song on this album, and it's called Lamb of God. Now this was the first song that Buju actually performed at his first concert when he just came out of jail. So he had a tour called The Long Walk to Freedom. First place he performed was Jamaica, and bro, now that's the concert I've grown to regret not attending. Even though there was no way man could have been there just because it was short notice. Like, yo, if I could have been there, I would have been right in the front of that concert, right in Jamaica, straight there. Like, there was no way I could have been there and I would have missed it. Like, I'm not missing Buju when he just come out of jail, because how significant that concert was, I think all now the people that attended, they can attest to that. Like, just watching it from my laptop, I could tell it was an amazing experience. But yeah, this is a song he actually used to open up the show. It come like a hymn, it's very solemn. It says, "Have mercy on me, O Lamb of God, I come. Have mercy on me, O Lamb of God." To me, it come like it's based on Psalm 51. Another thing I need to point out about this tune, the horns are fucking tough. Tough, bro. Like, the horns in this tune are different, and the instrumentation altogether, but the horns in particular just flipping make the tune what it is. Second tune man's pointing out on this album is the second song on it called Yes My Friend, and it features Stephen Marley. Now this particular tune here is special because it also samples a remake of Bob Marley, Duppy Conqueror, and it's special also because you got a Marley son, Stephen, to actually sing the chorus on it. Now Stephen Marley and Buju have a special kind of friendship, or brotherhood, let me say. So Stephen actually did something that I think is so admirable. He put up his yard in Florida just to secure Buju's belt, which I think is a big thing. You know, some people, they might do something for their brethren and they'll be like, oh, you know, I was the one who did it. I was the one who did that for this person. He didn't do that. He did all of that. He didn't speak about it, and Buju actually mentioned it on the song. So the chorus is, yes, my friend, with their punch tree tag in. So it's just, like I said, it's the Bob Marley remake of Duppy Conqueror, but it also speaks very true to like the sort of like friendship him and Stephen have as well. Very good songs like Relax. It's a bit faster than Duppy Conqueror, that what Bob Marley made. It's a very good song, and he's basically talking about his old deals in jail and how it was like, and saying, yeah, man's out here again, I'm doing what I do best, and it's a sick tune. So the third song man is putting out on this album is called Buried Alive. Now this song is very upbeat. It kind of like a pop country kind of tune, but also has like a reggae feel to it. And the chorus to me is what stands out about the song. It actually says, I was buried alive, but I'm still breathing. I don't know what tomorrow may bring, but I've got a feeling. I am alive, there must be a reason. I was given one more chance and my heart is still beating. So to me, it's very profound. It's a song people can dance to, you can kind of jump up and down to it. It's a song I definitely see going off when he eventually does perform this album, because the time will come, maybe not this year, but probably next year, where this song will definitely be on the set list, because it's just a song that, it just raises your spirits and just gets people to feel happy and appreciate about life as well. So track number 4, to me, I think this is the best song on it, and it's my personal favourite. It's called Blessed. Now, as soon as I heard this tune, I said, yep, This is the highlight of the album. I hadn't even gotten far, but I said, this is definitely going to be one of the best ones, because to me, the tune just slaps. It's very dancehallish, like it has a sort of vibe to it. It's basically Buju talking about people that try to sleep, and he's saying, fuck all of them, lot. Tell them that you're blessed and tell them that your life is going good, and you don't need to watch all of the things that may be happening. You're blessed and your life is on the right path. To me, this tune just, I can imagine it going off in a dance, and any dance that's going to keep, this tune is going to slap wherever it plays, bro. Track number 5 is called Memories, and this song is a collaboration with John Legend. It's the second song that these have collaborated on. They had another one called Can't Be My Lover from the late 2000s. And on this tune, it has like an R&B sort of vibe as well, but very dancehall-ish. It's very mature. They're basically singing of a woman that you're losing, and he's basically saying, I don't want to let go of them memories there, innit? So, obviously, Buju's like, he's kind of rapping and singing on the tune, but his voice is so deep and it just has like a mature vibe to it. John also done his thing on this song, so yeah. Track number 6 that I'm pointing out is called Lovely State of Mind. Now this song is a ballad, it's a grown man tune, this ain't no plaything. It's a big man tune, in it. He's basically talking of a woman that he's happy with. He's basically saying, I've had so many failed relationships, but now a man's found a woman that I'm actually in love with, and I'm happy that I've actually encountered you, and I'm happy I'm in this space of mind. So he says, I'm in a lovely state of mind. I've fallen in love and oh, it feels so fine. Oh yes, now I'm smiling all the time, cause I finally found a love that's truly mine. Like I said, it's a big sort of tune. It's the sort of tune my mum would love still. I don't think a lot of people my age may gravitate towards this tune particularly. They may gravitate towards others, but it's the sort of tune that people my mum's age would kind of be like, yo, you just sit down and kind of relax. It's very slow, has like a soul sort of influence as well. So the 7th tune man's pointing out on this album is called Trust. Now this tune is very current, has a very strong dancehall vibe. It has to keep in the dance. Like this tune is going to be played everywhere as soon as like lockdown's over, innit? He's basically talking about people that try take you for an idiot, but you need to be careful. So he's basically saying, be careful of the people you trust, be careful of the people you keep around you. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be a girl you're seeing, like, yo, don't let people get you unawares, and if you always be careful of the people you keep around you. So the next tune man's pointing out on here is actually called Beat Them Bad. Now this is another song that is quite similar to Trust. So Buju's basically saying, yo, some people take it for granted, but on this tune he's not even saying that, just let them go. He's saying beat them bad, and they have to feel the burn for doing that to you as well. The beat in this tune kind of gets you unawares, fam, because like the way it starts, and it gets to the first verse and the chorus, you don't really know where the beat's taking you. But when you listen to it, it's very surprising. Like I said, you don't really know where you're kind of going with this beat. So the next tune man's pointing out in here is called Good Time Girl. Now this is a ska song, or like I said, my family, they'll say scat. So ska's like the precursor to rocksteady and reggae. It's like old school Jamaican music. If I was to play this rhythm for my grandmother, like yo, she is skanking right in her seat, fam. Like as soon as she hears it, she will dance to this sort of tune because she loves this sort of music. So Buju's basically talking about a woman that's kind of left him, now he feels lonely. So he says, I've got a good time girl, but now I'm all alone because I've got no girl to call my own. Like I said, my grandma lovely sort of rhythms. It just takes me to old school like sort of Jamaican music from like the 50s and the 60s, and it was very big in that time, but you kind of get that old school feel, and I know these are the sort of rhythms Buju grew up on as well. So the next tune on here the man is pointing out is called 400 Years. So this tune's about the displacement of the African diaspora. For those of us who have families that were stolen from West Africa and taken to the Americas and enslaved, he's basically talking about the sort of situation that have evolved from that. So he says, we've been too long in Babylon, and I will never cease my fire till Babylon's walls burn down. So as soon as I heard it, my mind went straight to Naya Bingy sort of rhythms, in it. Like straight away, as soon as I heard it, I thought, man needs to learn how to start beating a commoner drum. I need to learn it because the way I heard it, it just took me straight to a space where I started thinking about that. And to me, these are the sort of songs that just get me thinking about our realities as people of African descent. Yeah, I know I've done 10 tracks already. This is the bonus one. I couldn't keep it to 10 in it. So the last song man is talking about, that's another personal favourite, is called Helping Hand. So this song's a song about basically helping people that may need it. Like, it could be anybody. If they need help and you can offer that help, why not do it? It's not going to take nothing from you to help that person. So he says, don't you know it takes one hand to wash the other? You've seen your brother falling, lend a helping hand. The spirit of Jah may not always fall with man, But if you see a brother falling, help him if you can. This is the sort of song, yeah, that I would expect Buju to end a concert with, or any sort of like Rasta to end a concert with. Like a tune when they start saying, yo, black people need to stick together. And like, these are the sort of songs they're gonna end on. It's very solemn, it's a very good ending to an album. It just kind of personifies the love that Rasta talks about. So yeah, that's man's review of Buju's album. Like I said, Buju's one of my favourite artists ever. If you know me, you're not gonna be surprised at that. Like I've said in many other videos as well, so yeah. Amazing effort. I'm so pleased that after 10 years he dropped this body of work that's so diverse. He touches so many different topics. I know this album's going to go on to do great things. It's only been out for 2 days. So it's a 2-day review. I've played it and played it and played it and played it and played it just so I can like get a deep feel of the tunes and like just the general themes behind it. So yeah, listen to it for yourself and let me know your thoughts. But this is my review and these are my favourite songs, so let me know your favourite. And yep, another amazing Buju Banton album after 10 years, and yo, he's done it again. So yeah, respect for tuning in. Until next time.